Hello everyone. Today I'll be sharing with you my experience with the new medium, pastel pencils. This is a set of 72 sent to me by Derwent India. I have not tried any other brand of pastels before, so this will not be a review video. Instead, I will walk you through the process that I followed as a beginner. This set has some really vibrant colors as well as neutral ones. Here is the color chart. As for the surface, I chose the most popular one, Pastelmat by Clairefontaine. It is available in different sizes and color combinations. I chose the number one. After doing a lot of research, I decided to invest on this and I don't regret it at all. This is the yellowish shade called the Buttercup. As you can see, each sheet is protected by a sheet of crystal paper to avoid smudging. The other three shades are Maize, Light Grey and Dark Grey. There is no need to use a fixative between each layer when working on pastel mat. As pastel pencils are quite soft and fragile, it's advisable to sharpen them with a craft knife and to avoid sharpeners. I use the Derwent craft knife. You need to carefully remove the wooden casing here, and then if you want even a finer tip, then you can use a sandpaper. Suppose you want a super sharp point to draw something very delicate, say animal whiskers, then you can use a manual desktop sharpener like this one, but be very careful when using it. Also, the sharpener could get blunt soon if you're using pastels on it. Better use it only if needed. I made this Bengal cat drawing on the yellowish pastel mat, this parakeet on the light grey one, and the leopard on the dark grey pastel mat. You can watch process videos of these three drawings in the YouTube Shorts section or on Instagram. I've also posted pictures of these there. As you can see, I have mostly drawn fur and feather with pastels. The reason being that with pastels, it's easy to add lighter colors on top of darker ones, and hence I could achieve those fluffy textures easily. With colored pencils, generally we work from light to dark, whereas in pastels, it's the opposite. We work from dark to light. So it took me some time to get adjusted to this new process. Another thing that you need to keep in mind is it's not possible to keep your pastel pencils super sharp like you would do with your colored pencils. As I said, pastel pencils are quite soft and you can keep a sharp point only if absolutely necessary. For example, to draw whiskers. Otherwise, you can easily manage with a blunt tip. Drawing such out of focus backgrounds is pretty easy with pastels. You needn't worry much about the direction of the pencil strokes. You can just put down the colors and then smudge it using a Q-tip or your fingers or the blending stump, and then you can just repeat the process till you get a smooth finish. Don't apply too much pressure when laying down your colors or while blending. Be gentle. For larger areas, I prefer to blend using my fingertips, and for smaller areas, I use Q-tips. I use blending stumps only when I need to get a sharp or a crisp edge. The color of the surface that you choose also plays some role in how your finished drawing looks. For example, in case of the Bengal cat, I chose a yellowish pastel matte. That's because the color of the paper was closer to the mid-tone value of the subject, and it would be easy for me to build my darks and lights on top of it. Also, while coloring, if the paper, some part of the paper were to be revealed, it wouldn't make much difference since both the colors, that is, the color of the paper and the subject, are almost similar. Also, it's easier to make your white highlights look more prominent on a darker paper or on a mid-tone paper as compared to a white one. In this case, I'm drawing something very colorful, tulips. These don't have any prominent white highlights as such, and that's why I chose a light gray pastel matte. This almost is closer to white. I'm still trying out different color combinations for different subjects. Maybe once I try out the darker shades of pastel matte as well, I will be more confident and will have a clear picture on picking the right paper for the right subject. So, as I said, you need to experiment and try on your own and see what works best for you. If I had to compare pastel pencils with colored pencils, I would say the vibrancy that one can achieve with pastel pencils is unmatchable. Also, they are easily blendable and you can cover large areas quite quickly with these. But when it comes to precision and control, My choice would be colored pencils. Having said that, ever since I've started using pastel pencils, I've been struggling to get back to colored pencils because I enjoy this medium a lot. These clips are all in real time so that it's easy for you to understand. I'm going to stop talking for a bit and will be back in the end to show you how the finished drawing looks. So here's a picture of the final drawing. As you can see, it's quite easy to get this clear distinction between the subject and the background using pastel pencils. I will leave the material links in the description. I would like to know your thoughts on this video in the comment section. Also, don't forget to like, share, subscribe and follow me on Instagram as well. Thank you for watching.